All right, welcome back to the Dominate Radio Show, 93.7 KHF, Lynchburg, Virginia. We have a legend on the line, a local legend, and a country legend. The man himself. He's going to be at Phase 2, April 11th. It's going to rock. Phil Vassar's on the phone. Phil, how you doing?
Good morning. How you doing, guys? What's up, man? What are you doing?
We're rocking and rolling today. It's a great day.
Yeah, we don't have that beautiful Nashville weather that you're having.
Yeah. It's a little cold, though, man. It doesn't snow here, but I tell you what, it's cold enough. I'll tell you that. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
So you were born and raised in Lynchburg. Let me ask you a quick question. I'm actually from New York. I'm not a local. Nate is. Nate's a local. So
right.
what would you say when you come back home? What do you think is your favorite local specialty that you just can't be without?
Well, you know what? I just come home and I see all my buddies, my mom, of course, my sister, and my grandmother, but of course I have to go to the tea room downtown. I always do. It's a staple. I was weaned on it since I was born.
Yeah.
And, but it's always awesome, man. I just love coming home and seeing all my friends and family.
Right on. So there's a lot of artists here in Lynchburg, that are struggling to get discovered. Just they keep at it, but you managed to break out of the whole Central Virginia area and get noticed on a national or even international level. What was your secret? How did that play out for you?
Well, there's so much hard work involved, and guys, you guys are in radio, and it's how hard it is. It's just you're one of a million of them, and you just have to sort of find a way to differentiate yourself from everybody else, and then you just you got to work harder than everybody. Usually, I mean, sometimes somebody comes along and just kind of pops in and just gets lucky, but that's just an anomaly. But I mean, for me, it was just I had to leave home.
Yeah.
And I had to leave home and go to Nashville or New York or LA or wherever it was going to be, and Nashville's the one I chose.
Yeah, it panned out for you. You've done great. So with this benefit concert that Dom mentioned that you have coming up on April 11th at Phase 2 here in Lynchburg, it's to benefit the local safe haven, the Miller Home. Where did your passion about this organization come from and develop?
Well, it's, of course, I used to go to church right over there at Parkview Methodist, and when I was a kid, we would go and sing for the Miller Home girls, and I just remember it. I just remember going, "Oh my gosh, these kids don't have anything," and they don't have families, and I just remember it just moved me in that way. And I remember as I was looking for a charity back home in Lynchburg, my mom and my sister said, "What about the Miller Home?" And I was like, "The Miller Home, is that still around?" and so we hooked up with Stacy, and my mom and my sister actually were the ones that did it. And then we ended up doing this stuff and getting together, and now we're doing a tournament every year, golf tournament, and then we're doing the private show the night before the Phase 2 show, and then I'm bringing an artist every year. I've had a little big town, and Rodney, and of course this year Charlie Daniels is volunteering his time just to come up and to Lynchburg and help us out.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Maybe you can help me out with that, Phil, because I'm like I said, I'm not a local.
He's a Yankee.
Yeah, I noticed you mentioned the tea room earlier. Now, I went to the tea room. I didn't.
I forced him.
Yeah, I didn't have this same orgasmic effect on me. So is this? Can you explain what is it with the locals? I mean, do you have to be drunk to enjoy it? Is that what I was doing wrong?
No. I mean, of course it helps, but I'm just saying. No, but I for me, it's just You talk about putting relish on and an egg on a hamburger and anywhere, and they just go, "What are you talking about? Are you nuts?" And I'm just thinking it's part of the whole deal. It's just it's not a culinary; it's a culinary experience.
Culinary, that's got to be what it is.
Yeah, but it's amazing, and it's just part of it. It's like it reminds me of my childhood. My dad would 2:00 in the morning bring home, he'd wake us up so we could eat. Cheesy westerns in a bowl.
I was blown away
at child abuse now, right?
Yeah, to some.
It sounds like it to
I still
me.
think it's a great idea. I was blown away though when I took Dom there a few weeks back, and afterwards I was like, "So what'd you think?" And one of the ladies behind the counter, he's like, "I think it was awful," and she just looked at him like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, we hadn't even left the restaurant yet, and I'm loud, so I was like, "Oh, this place is gross." And he's like, "Yeah, I thought I was going to get shot."
No.
Yeah,
it's just part of the whole Berg experience.
Yeah,
and
I love
it. That's what it is. I mean, everybody's got it, and I get to go all over the world, right? And everybody's got their locals. I don't care if it's Rochester to Seattle or Portland or London or Dublin, wherever it is. All right, come here and eat this. And it's like, okay, it's a fish stick on a, with peanut butter and jelly and whatever it may be. I'm going, are you out of your mind? So it's always that, but I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess maybe if I'm here long enough, I'll get it.
One day.
Before you were performing songs, you used to write songs for Tim McGraw, write songs for Alan Jackson. How did you first get started in that? Like, how did that progress for you?
That's a good question because, I didn't really write very well when I first came to town. I always considered myself a performer or entertainer, but I always wanted to learn how to write songs. I mean, my heroes were the singer-songwriters like Billy Joel and Elton John and Tom Petty and Bruce Springsteen and Jackson Brown, Willie Nelson. I mean, that was my thing, and so I just dug into it, and I think I just discovered, sort of a knack for it, and then, it's really learning how to do it, like it hasn't been done before, and you're always trying to find like I said, man, you come to Nashville, every waiter, everybody here is songwriter, singer, artist, something. You just have to find a way to differentiate yourself between these people, and what's different about you, what's the point of difference, and I was a piano player, of course, but my songs were just a little different for the time, and they just kind of, they caught on and blew up, and then there you go.
And did you write those the individual songs with that artist in mind, or did you just write them and then kind of see where it went from there?
I never did. I never have ever written a song with anybody in mind. Okay. I just sort of write I figured if I write a song that's good enough, then of course Alan Jackson's a great songwriter.
Right.
And it's just an honor to have a guy like that cut one of your songs and take it to number one.
Very cool.
Yeah.
But Tim and those guys, and George Strait, they don't write songs. They don't write songs. So Nashville's always had a place for songwriters.
Yeah.
So you never had any desire to start a rap career? You're always never just.
Well, absolutely.
Never. Is that still part of the plan?
Well, yeah, it's country rap. I call it crap.
It's a retirement plan.
There's a lot of that going on. It's just kind of funny because Nashville and country music is seeping its way to that mainstream thing, and then so now you got country artists rapping and everything else. I just don't know if I'm going to ever get used to hearing some hillbilly rap, And
Stay strong.
Yeah, it's just funny, man.
As far as your own songs, what would you say is if you've had a lot of hits now? I mean, what was your favorite song where you're like, yes, that's got to be the one that came out exactly the way I wanted it to?
Well, I don't know, man. It's just picking your favorite song is really hard to do because it's always the latest one. But for me, it's some of my favorite songs I've ever written were songs nobody ever heard, or they weren't my biggest hits. And of course, every once in a while something connects and you go, wow, yeah, there you go. I like that.
Very cool.
But it's such a such a difficult thing is to try to figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work. It's just you just got to go with what you like and what your gut is.
Cool. Charlie, you mentioned Charlie Daniels is going to be joining you for the show, which is really cool. Can you tell us how you guys became friends? You've been friends for a while.
Charlie and I've been friends for many years. He's one of my favorite people on the planet. And I've gotten to meet so many of these guys, and I'm just lucky. And so every year in Nashville, Charlie and I do this thing called Christmas for Kids at the Ryman. So, it was just we do it every Thanksgiving week, and it's a big deal, and it always is a huge sellout. We make a lot of money for these kids that can't afford to buy toys or whatever, So anyway, it's just something we've been doing together for 10 years, and this thing came up, and I said, "Hey, Charlie, what you think about doing?" He goes, "No problem, I'm in." I was like, "What?"
That's great to have friends like that.
It really, really is. The guys from Little Big Town did it for me, and Jason Michael Carroll, Rodney Atkins. A lot of people have done this thing, and I've got, it's funny now because I've got artists, people, Huey Lewis or these guys are like, "Dude, I want to do that thing with you. That sounds awesome."
Yeah, love that Huey Lewis.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to bring Huey next year.
That would be awesome.
He wanted to come this year actually, but we just couldn't work it out. And Charlie was just like, man, it just worked out. And he's one of my heroes. So You know, I told Huey, I said, man, I think I've done your songs in cover bands more than you've done them. So,
yeah, that's awesome. I love
cool.
Huey Lewis.
Yeah, now is that going to be Charlie's first time coming to Lynchburg?
You know, I'm not sure if he's ever been or not. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know if he's ever played over there throughout the years, or I would assume he's probably been everywhere. You know, the guy, but
Yeah.
But I tell you, man, just to have a legend, you know, Hall of Famer, you know, Opry guy. I mean, this guy's. I mean, you listen to his. You know, Devil Went Down to Georgia. You can't. I mean, I hear it every day still.
Yeah.
You know, or a lot of his songs. But you got a guy like that that's volunteering his time just to come up and help these girls at the Miller home and be part of this. It's a huge, huge thing, and it speaks volumes about what we're really trying to do and what we're doing over here.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's got some real toe tappers.
That's Dom's best impersonation of a Southerner.
I'm doing, yeah.
He was old country boy.
I'm doing my best here. So you got the show in Lynchburg. Let me ask you, it's only March. So what else do you got coming up in 2013? What plans you got on the horizon?
Man, it's a busy. You know, I've got a brand new single comes out on the 18th of March, so it's already starting to get played. And a new album coming out in the end of the summer. And my gosh, man, it's just nuts. We've got our tour schedule's booking up. We were already booking Christmas shows in Las Vegas yesterday. So it's, there you go.
Yeah.
That's what I want to
So
be on
it's
Christmas.
going to be fun.
Yeah, bring us. We'll go.
Yeah.
I can sing. Yeah.
We're going to dominate.
Yeah,
Vegas, baby.
That's right. I can rap. I'll do the rap. You do the country. We'll knock it out. So we are also celebrity publicists for recording artists, entertainers, and such. In your opinion, what is the importance of PR?
Well, it's important. It's more important than ever, I think. I mean, there's some. I tell you what, there's artists that aren't very good but have great PR.
Yes, that's us. Yes.
Yeah, they're on our roster.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. I mean, how Kim Kardashian is a star. We don't know why, but she's a star because she has a great publicist and she's on. I don't get it, but it's even more than ever. It's with the media being completely, the most important thing that you can possibly television, all these things, radio. It's a huge advantage to have great publicity out there and people understanding, seeing what you're doing, and hearing about it all the time. You got to be, and especially with this ADD generation, man, it's like everybody's got about 3 seconds to look at something. You got to really make impressions.
Yeah.
PR says money can buy me love.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, it can.
Yeah.
It definitely can.
Okay, so Nate's last name is Fouts. Now, this is Fouts Fast 5. He's going to ask you 5 questions, random questions.
Very random.
Yeah, at rapid pizza. Boom.
Songs. Okay, sorry.
Rapid fire. Are you ready?
Ready as I can be.
All right, number 1, favorite rap song.
Rap song?
Yep.
I don't know anything about rap. I don't know anything about it. I really don't.
All right, honesty works. Number 2.
Like the Sugar Hill Gang. I was listening to that the other day. How about that?
Sugar
Close
Hill
to
Gang.
the edge. All right, so number 2, least favorite reality show.
You know what? I don't even know. I'd have to be anything that had to do with one of these boneheads. That some housewife of
I agree.
Or something. I don't know, whatever it is.
I would totally give you a high five right now if you're in the studio. Number
Yeah.
3, Loganberry or Halle Berry?
Ow. Man, that's pretty good. Halle Berry.
Which one would you rather have all over your body? Loganberry?
I'd rather have them both. Anyway,
He's into it.
Number 4, which do you find more beautiful, Blue Ridge Parkway or Labatt Blue?
Blue Ridge Parkway.
Right
Not even
on.
Close.
Number 5, watching a Western with a cup of tea or eating a Western at the tea room.
Dude, not even close.
I knew the answer before I asked
Give
it,
me the tea
but
room.
I knew the answer before I even asked it, but it was a formality.
Funny.
Guys, he is going to be at Phase 2, April the 11th with Charlie Daniels. His name is Phil Vassar. Do not miss the show. Phil, we've had so much fun with you on the show today. Thanks a lot.
Dude, anytime, man. You guys have me back on. I appreciate you having me. I really do.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good.